What is happening? Damn, we made it to another week, folks. Happy Monday. Episode 286. Pick up sticks. Chuck is running with it. Not really. Chuck don't run. Maybe a light jog. Maybe a canter. Man. Another week. And another month. We're already 3 days into a new month of the second half of the year, and you better get ready. August, September, October, November, December. Boom. Then the year's done. Then you're going to be like, what the fuck? Where did it go? So make sure you're ready for when you go. Where did it go? Ooh, let's start the show. It's time to get casually uncomfortable with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. What is up, everybody? This is Casually Uncomfortable. I am Chuck Jerome, and this is what this sumbitch does. Every week, twice a week. Monday, I talk about the shit I want to, and then Wednesday, I talk about the shit going on in the news. This, that, everything in between. I have fun with it. That's what this is all about, fun. You find something to do that you're having fun with, that you want to do all the time, shit, yeah, do it. That's what I'm saying. Just fucking do it. Whatever it is you want to do, live your life, man. Live your life. That's what I'm saying. Hey, listen, this one is for the guys. I mean, it can be for the girls, but it's probably a more, messy situation. Guys, always keep an empty cup or bottle in your car at all times. These are tips of the trade. And then also keep a bottle of water that you are not going to drink, and it is going to be used to clean out said bottle or cup. Because sometimes you may not be able to make it somewhere and you don't want to be caught pissing on the side of the road. Okay? Trust me. I mean, it's never happened to me. I ain't whipping it out on the side of the road and, the cop pulls up. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you getting rid of that snake? That's illegal. You can't be letting that invasive species out into the world. Sir, put your fucking hands up. On the ground, motherfucker. So I don't do that. Like I said, it's messy for the females. I think they have specific piss containers. If they're on a long ride, I think it suctions to everything, just kind of, and then it fucking, you don't piss everywhere. But, if you're a female and you can't, just bring a bunch of towels, piss on the towels, put them in a bag, throw that shit away. I don't know. I got the ding-a-ling, so I ain't got to worry about that. And I say a cup because I'm not jamming my shit into a bottle. Like, hey, you got a Gatorade bottle. No, I'm not jamming it all in the bottle. Now the lip of the bottle is all juicy. Then I'm jamming my stuff in there, and now it's all juicy. Man, I ain't doing that. So, yeah, keep a bottle with a large enough hole for your pee-pee. And then, if it's a cup, have a lid. Listen, I'm just saying, be safe out there. Sometimes you don't want to pull over. So, yeah. Listen, Chuck's human. Okay? The old Chuckmeister makes mistakes. That's what I did last week. I think it was like Tuesday afternoon. I'm getting things together for Wednesday's news edition. And I look on the site and I'm like, oh shit, I never posted Monday's episode. Like I had it all ready, set to go. Never posted that some batch. Never posted it. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And I felt bad because I know there's people that as soon as I put the episode on, I put it out there into the world, release it, they are there ready to listen to that shit. And I love it. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. But, you know, I made a mistake last week. It is what it is. I just, whatever. Listen, the first half of the year has been very, very, very eventful. That's all I could say. Very eventful and fruitful. So I thank the good Lord for everything that has happened in my life right now. Good, bad, in between. Thank him. Thank him. I'll tell you what. Now that we're post-COVID and, you know, everything affects everybody, have you noticed that everybody has some sort of ailment? GLP-1, COPD, fucking, what's that? Sleep apnea, fucking extra fat, extra skinny, gluten sensitivity, Crohn's disease, you know, leaky gut, all kinds of bullshit because of the shit that we have now, the food, the technology. We're being irradiated every day. If you look on your phone, I talked about this maybe months ago, maybe years ago now. But if you look on your phone and the, you know, I think it's the health and safety portion of your phone, they say you shouldn't even have your phone next to your body. When you answer the phone, you should have your phone on speaker. Your phone, it said, your phone should be the equivalent of a pencil eraser, minimum, away from your body so that you're not just being irradiated all day. I know motherfuckers that have phone clips and that shit is right next to their junk. And then people are wondering why there's an uptick in fucking prostate and cervical and fucking all kinds of cancers like that. Because we don't fucking care. Damn it, I need my phone. It's a wild thing right now. It's a wild thing. But yeah, everybody's got some sort of ailment or condition. That shit used to be elusive when I was growing up. I never knew anybody in my classes that had a fucking gluten allergy. You know, little Timmy may have had a fucking peanut allergy, but that was like that was top tier. Like if you had a peanut allergy, fuck, there was something wrong with you. But now peanut allergy is at the fucking bottom. You're like, hey, I can't have gluten. Don't give me that bread. What are you doing? No, I can't have it. I'll shit myself. No, I'm allergic to the sunlight. This shit's getting out of control. But it's the world we live in right now. So there's not really much we can do. You know, unless you're trying to just lock yourself inside a fucking room or a cave or something like that. But hey, everybody's got something. It's fucking wild right now. It's a great day to be alive. And yeah, I'm not gonna say it's not. It's a great day to be alive because I mean, back then you didn't even make it to fucking 30. You know what I'm saying? Here's a little PSA for all my fatties out there, or the people who, you know, just have a couple extra pounds. Get that shit off your body now so you can look good in your Halloween costume. You got time. August, September, all of October. You got, you know, the end of October. You can be like, damn, this outfit is going to look sexy on me. It's going to look good. So you got time. You have plenty of time. I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to myself. My fat ass. I need to lose some weight. This is going to be the month where I do that. Um, yeah, yeah. No more fuckery. I'm going to cut back on the carbs. I'm going to up my intake of protein, and I'm just going to stop fucking around because there's no reason why I should be fucking around. My job allows me to not eat crazy if I prepare myself. And my thing is, I like not eating except for maybe one meal a day. And if I can really get to the store and do it right, there's no reason why I can't be looking good by the Halloweens. You know what I'm saying? So if that's your goal, hey, make it your goal. What's your plan? That's the question of the week. What's your plan? And speaking of plans, they didn't set us up in high school for the long term plan of financial stability. They should have been talking about stocks in high school long, long ago. When stocks really, I mean, they've been a thing for a while, but they did maybe a stock week where you had 1 week out of fucking junior year where you talked about stocks. What they should have done was get some kind of sign up form and have the parents say, for the parents saying, hey, listen, we want to take $20 to $30, $20 to $40, and we're going to put that into different stocks right now. We're learning about stocks. We're going to allow your kid to put this money into stocks, and there could be a potential that they could profit from this. I wish they had something like that, and we could have been putting stocks in shit in high school. Because you got to think, when I was going to high school, a lot of shit was still in its infancy. Google is the first thing that I think of. If I would have known to put stock in Google in high school, listen to me. I'd be on a fucking boat somewhere, chillaxing, not worrying about a damn thing. And if you know me, Chuck remembers all the goofy shit. I can barely remember my fucking middle name, but I can remember. No, not really, but I can remember just dumb shit. And I remember my computer lab teacher, who was like the head of the computer department, technology and all that shit. He fucking lost his mind over Google. He was like, listen, if you go into Google and you use no more than 10 words to search for something, you are going to receive the best results possible. And I think that's still true to this day. And I wish I would have bought even like a fucking half a stock back then and had it to now. Dude, shit would be amazing. Amazing. Shit will be crazy. It will be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I'm just shocked that they don't do this to prepare kids for the future. And that's why I think school now is just bullshit, because they're just they're just waving them through. Hey, we got to get that quota. Hey, our percentages are high. We're getting a fucking 98% pass rate because you're just pushing motherfuckers through. And then they get out into the real world, and the real world ain't fucking high school. Okay, buddy? The real world ain't high school. You know what I'm saying? You get out into the real world, and there's some wild motherfuckers out there. you know? So yeah, they're semi preparing us for stuff. Like I remember some of my high school stuff, but no. It's the real world, baby. That's where we at. Buckle up, bitch. All right, let's switch it up. Oh, speaking of high school and the good times where you didn't have bills and you just had fun. You didn't have to worry about anything. Now you worry about everything. But during those times, you remember when you would make fun of someone and you would call them a fart knocker, and that was like a crazy diss. Or someone called you a bunghole or a fart eater. Oh man. Someone call you that. They listen, someone was ready to fucking throw down. Put them hands up. We gonna duke it out. And back then you thought you were doing something. You thought you were saying something to someone. Now you gotta call them a motherfucker or a piece of shit or a cocksucker. Like you gotta really get into it now. You can't be like, hey, shut your mouth, you pee head. No, you can be like, shut your fucking mouth, bitch. Oh man. And then like if you want to send someone over the edge, you got to use the R word, the N word, or the F word, and then that'll fucking put someone in a whole nother realm. They'll fucking, what did you call me? It's wild. Any color, you could call them any of those. N word, R word, F word, and they will fucking shut down. They won't even know what to do. It's a wild, wild world out here. That's what I'm saying, folks. It is a it is a wild, wild world, and everything has changed. Nothing is the same. If you're still living in the past, you are fucking yourself. Because the problem now is people don't play those games. Something I remember that I used to love that people would do was fight. People would duke it out. They would fucking just, throw hands. Now, if you're like, hey, let's fight, and then the person is losing, they're gonna grab a gun. They're gonna fucking shoot you. They don't care anymore. It ain't the same. This world ain't the same, folks. So, just thinking about it, man. And Chuck is all about mutual combat. Hey, listen, you got a problem, I got a problem. Let's go out to the parking lot and do our thing, okay? Let's do that. Almost had an incident like that where me and this guy at work had a problem. He was being a piece of shit, and he looked at me and said, hey, do you want to go outside? And I immediately, like, there was no fight or flight. It was so instantaneous. I started walking to the door to go outside. And then the light clicked back on in my head and it said, hey, listen, you can't lose this job. Even though this guy mutually said he wanted to fight, you are at work. This ain't out in the street. You are at work. You're going to have to find another job. You're going to be behind on bills, this, that, and the other. And I eventually calmed down because even though I'm all about it, the motherfucking bills do not stop. If we were both off or something like that, and we got into it, dude, I'm about it. But a motherfucker still has bills, and I'm not playing that game. I got bills to pay, and yeah, that's it. That's all. I got bills to pay. I know I've said this before, and I want to say it again. Fuck you, iPhone, for always overheating after there's an update. There's been studies and tests done, and they've said it. I don't know about them, but motherfuckers have said something about how immediately after you update your iPhone, that bitch overheats because it's doing some bullshit. It just pisses me the fuck off. The good thing is, my new job, I'm in a vehicle all the time, and my phone sits right in front of a vent. So I still get the air, but so does my phone, so it doesn't overheat as much. Well, yeah, as much anymore. Every once in a while, if you're outside too long, especially in direct sunlight, you gotta baby your phone. Dude, a fucking Android, you can leave that bitch out all day. And it's like, hey, let's go. Let's fucking rock. But an iPhone, that motherfucker will talk to you. It'll be like, hey, please, I can't do anything else. I'm too hot. Listen, technology, I don't give a fuck. You better work. I need to make a phone call. Because damn it, it is too hot. I'm about to have heat stroke. I can't work right. It's too hot. You can't even enjoy water. So shut the fuck up. It just bothers me. Makes me go crazy. And it happens to, listen, every iPhone user. Ask them, hey, has your phone overheated and sent you a fucking message? That's how you know we're going to be fucked later on in the years, because the phone is sending you a message. Nobody sent you the message. The phone is telling you what the fuck is wrong with it. Yeah. Man, wild times, right? Wild and crazy times. Wild. Look, I'm just gonna put this out here. Women with big dogs scared the absolute piss out of me. They fucking scare me. And it's always women that are half the size of the fucking dog. Dude, if that motherfucker saw something that it wanted to chomp down on, there ain't shit you can do except go along with it. It scares me. There was one time in my life where I was talking to a girl that had a Great Dane, and that's where I found my love for Great Danes. This was a big motherfucker. He was just about 200 pounds. I think he was a lean 190. And he was every bit of it. And I remember when I first started talking to her, I went over her house and I met the dog. Things were well. And then I was able to come over to her house, while she was in the house. We didn't come into the house together. And I'm telling you, this scared the piss out of me. But for some reason, I was still calm. So I walk into the house. She's in the bedroom. And the dog was in there with her. And the dog heard the door. And the motherfucker's pitch black. The living room, the dining room, the kitchen, everything was pitch black. And the dog really couldn't see me. And I'm black. And I remember I shut the door. And I hear the dog's nails on the hardwood floor. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. And I hear him just going. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I start not yelling, but saying the dog's name loudly. Hey, it's me. And let me tell you something. As soon as the dog noticed and heard who it was. Oh, that motherfucker. Listen, that's why I want a dog, man. That was nice. He was like, "Rrr," and I'm like, I say the dog's name a couple times, and I'm like, hey, buddy, it's just me. And he comes running over to me. And this motherfucker's like a linebacker. And he jumps up on me. And a visit before this time that I'm talking about, the dog jumped up on me, and I almost knocked her TV completely off the stand because I was not ready for the size of this. And like when he jumped up on my shoulders, like he put his two front paws on my shoulders, that motherfucker was like 6'6". I was like, damn. I had to give it a double damn. But yeah, then we fast forward to this time, and I'm telling you, that dog was awesome. She was awesome. And that was all me just getting into my head about dumb, stupid fucking bullshit. And, maybe that could have been something good. That's, but that's what people say about all their failed relationships. Oh man, this was great. It could have been. It was a wild time. That's what I can say. A wild and a fun time. And again, I don't really, other than that, I had to get that little story out. I'm not a big fan of women with big dogs. Like I said, if that motherfucker wants something, it's going to get it. And you're not going to be able to fucking put it in a chokehold to potentially free its grip of the little Pomeranian or the Shih Tzu that it has wiggling around in its mouth. And this will be the last thing before I go. Another little story. It's story time today, folks. I was taking a walk at my local park, and off to the corner, there is a dog area. Like you can go into the 2 yards and just take your dog off the leash. And as I'm walking, these 2 ladies come out of the gate. One has 1 dog and the other lady has 2 dogs. And they are of decent size. And so as I'm coming around the hill and I round the corner, I see them walking out. And I'm like, ain't no fucking way I'm going to walk past these ladies with these 3 dogs that they probably can't control. I don't know. The one looked like it was mixed with a lab and a fucking, I don't know. But they were of decent size. But also, again, she had 2 of them. And I could already see that the cords were all wrapped around each other. There was no system. So if I walked by and the dog was like, the fuck are you doing so close to my master? I'm lunch. So I waited, and then they leave out of the gate, and then they're standing there. I'm like, bitch, fucking move. Like, there's no other way for me to go. I can't walk around. I'm not walking around the whole enclosure. And then they're just standing there talking about what tea they were going to have later on. Like, get the fuck on. Like, go. Get out of here. I'm trying to continue my walk. I am 90% of the way through my walk. And I waited. And I stood on that hill until they started moving away. Because, listen, I've seen plenty of videos where the woman has the dog and it just drags her along. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not some kind of sexist fuck. I've seen that happen to guys too. But if the dog is 160 pounds and she's 110, okay, what can you really say there? But if the guy's like 210 and the dog's 160, 170, you have a chance. there's a possibility. But, I've seen some of these big guys get lifted off their feet with these dogs, but more often than not, it's been the females. And they're like, hey, here's my dog, Mr. Squiggles. And it's a fucking 130-pound fucking pit bull. Lean and mean. I know a girl. She has 2 pit bulls. Actually, one of them passed away. It's sad. And the one that passed away was a big ass pit bull. But also being a big ass pit bull, it was just a baby. It was a baby. He just wanted petted. But if you saw him, you would be like, oh, fuck. That motherfucker's, he came to eat. And then she had another one that was probably, honestly about 130. It was lean and trim and ready to take your fucking soul at a moment's notice. And to be honest, a lot of times when people have dogs, depending on the size of the dog and whatnot, I kind of don't go over their house. I have friends who have bigger dogs, and I'm not going over there and dealing with that. I had one buddy, he had a Great Pyrenees. You know anything about that? That's a big motherfucker. And I went and I spent the night over his house. We're playing video games, and I was fucking terrified to go from his room to the bathroom because that dog was not about it. He was not about my black ass being in his home. I'm trying to think of other places, people who have dogs. I don't know. I don't know. You just got to show me that you have control of your dog, and then I'm cool to go over there. Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry. I've never been bit. I don't want to get bit. My one friend, he has a couple of fucking bloodhounds. And I don't think a lot of people have seen a bloodhound up close. Those are big dogs. Those are big bitches. And this one was, kind of out of the puppy stage, kind of starting to like, hey, this is my home. Who the fuck are you? And I just remember it kind of nipped at me one time. And I haven't been back since. and that's been years ago. But hey, don't tell them. Don't tell them. Yeah, doesn't matter. And that's a male. So like I said, don't think I'm just some sexist fuck. But it's self-preservation. 2 bloodhounds, I'm a snack. I am lunch and dinner. My fat ass, that's a buffet, people. It's buffet time. And I'm not about it. No, not at all. All right, I think I'm going to get out of here. I got to get ready, do some stuff, Chuck's always moving and grooving. And you should be too. Because as soon as you stop, you get complacent, and then you just become a piece of shit. So everybody, as I say at the end of the episode, don't be a piece of shit. Whatever that capacity may be, just don't be a piece of shit. So that's it. That's all. All right, let's hit that music, baby. It's music time. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable, Twitter at Casually Unchuck. Let your friends know. All right, I'll see you Wednesday. We'll get that news going, and we'll have some fun, and then, you'll know that it's hump day and the week's almost over, and then you can enjoy your weekend. So, yeah, it's time. All right. Have fun, be safe, and don't be a piece of shit. Peace.